Hello, boys and girls, this is Anders, of course, and oh yes, welcome to another Battlefield 3 gameplay video. And this time we got some Metro Rush Attack, and I'm playing aggressive Recon with the M1911, the TUG, the Spawn Beacon of course, and the M40A5 with a straight pull bolt and the laser sight. And today I thought I would talk about life difficulties with you guys. But first off, I thought I would do a story time episode this time. Because I haven't done this in a really long time, and I thought about a story I haven't told you guys about. I have a ton of stories to tell you guys about from my life and my life, things that happened to me and things I've done, but it's kind of hard to remember like one when you're actually sitting in front of the computer and like doing a commentary, so to say. Especially for me, I'm not very good with like remembering shit, basically. So this time is about a thing that I thought was a very big thing when I went to school. I think I was in 9th grade in Sweden. When you're in 9th grade in Sweden, you're about 14 or 15, depending on when in the year you're born, of course. Oh god, I'm out of snooze. That's just fucking great. But anyways, me and my friends came up with this excellent idea because we've all done like the thing where we put baking soda and water inside of a Kinder egg or a Kinder. I don't know if you call it the same thing, but basically like you know the little chocolate egg with the yellow thing in the middle, with the yellow egg in the middle where that has a little toy. If you put water and baking soda inside that one and you shake it, it's gonna like pop and it kind of explodes, but it just pops a little bit. And we basically came up with the idea that, wait a second, if we put like a lot bigger stuff inside of it, or if we take a much bigger bottle, it's probably gonna make a bigger boom, and that's gonna be a lot more fun. So of course we did. We started off with a 50 centiliters bottle. That's basically half a liter. I don't know how to convert that to like American and British stuff, but most of the world uses liters and not like stupid stuff like pounds and gallons and shit like that. I mean, like, come on guys, for fuck's sake, the metric systems, all the world uses it except for you two countries. Kind of. I think Australia has something like that as well. Anyways, I'm sorry for ragging on your stupid systems, but they're stupid. Even your military actually uses the metric system with liters and meters and stuff like that. But yeah, okay, we're not gonna bash countries now and their systems. So there's basically three sizes of bottles in Sweden. There's half a liter, we have a liter and 2 liter. So basically we go from half to the number 1 to the number 2, and we started off with half a liter, of course. Fill it up with water and baking soda. And this was during winter, so we were outside, of course, so it was freezing cold and stuff like that. We shook the bottle and stuff like that, but it just didn't want to really explode. So after a little while, like the most daring of my classmates / friends decided he would go up there and pick up the bottle and throw it in the ground, and he did. And he hit with the bottle in the ground with the top first, so not the entire bottle didn't explode, but the cap went off, and it just shot off like a fucking explosion, straight up in parts of the roof, like we call it. Oh god, what do we call it? Basically, the drains on the side of a house where the water runs down, and it actually dented the drain, the drainage pipe. I don't know, it's like a half a pipe that's hanging, basically. Fuck it, anyways. But we decided, of course, that we want to go bigger. So we got ourselves a 2 liter bottle and fill it up with mineral water this time, so it would kind of explode by itself, and baking soda. Put on the cap, shook it like crazy, and we threw it in the newly fallen snow, so it would like make a nice explosion, like shoot snow and water and baking soda and stuff all over the place. But Of course, like in any school, there was a nice tattletale. That of course had told some teachers about it. So our social teacher and our gym teacher, both female of course, came out right after we finished our little shaking of the bottle and throwing it in the snow, and they were really pissed off. They were like, "Oh my god, don't you realize what you've done? When it explodes, it could hurt some children and stuff." But there were no children there. I mean, we were the oldest kids there, and there were no younger children because this was late during the day, and the younger children always goes home from school a lot earlier than us older kids. Us older kids usually stayed at least until 4 or 5 or something like that, before we got left off of, or got set free from school, rather. But they come up with this clever plan that they should bring it inside to make sure no younger children are gonna get hurt. And then they realize that, wait, it might explode whilst we're taking it inside. So they went and grabbed a plastic paper trash bin, and they put it in this plastic paper bin. And they started carrying it inside, but of course, since it's warm inside, the process of it exploding started picking up pace. And right before the teacher actually gets to the room she want to get into, she's right outside the door. Inside this door is a room with a lot of chemicals and stuff like that. It's basically the chemistry lab, and there's a cabin for like gas bottles and stuff like that. That's like explosion proof, so if a gas bottle would explode, it wouldn't bring down the entire school. So their plan is to put it inside of there. Of course, exactly when she's opening the door, I didn't even see this, I just know it from afterhand, so to say, but right when she's about to open the door, the whole thing explodes with such a loud bang that I hear it from my classroom over 100 meters away in a different building. Yes, that's how fucking loud it is. It was incredibly fucking loud, and the buildings are of course connected, so it's not like the sound made it outside and then inside again, but it was a huge boom, and everyone just runs there to see what the hell has happened. And she comes like bleeding a little bit from her hands, and she's like cut up and stuff like that. And the whole thing exploded and just ripped this plastic, this plastic paper or dustbin, basically, whatever you want to call it, into pieces, and those pieces had flown up on the hand she was carrying it with and cut her, but luckily she was carrying it behind her back, so if it would explode she wouldn't get anything in her eye or face. And that was fucking lucky, because she told us like later, of course, like a year later when I just met her, because I really liked this teacher, she was nice, and she told me that she had a huge like bruise on her ass from the explosion and shit like that. But anyways, this of course gave us a lot of problems, because she was injured, and for her to get basically, how do you say, like get insurance money, she had to report it to the police, so to say. And yeah, that's not very good for us, so to say, as students, and that's not very good at all. And to be honest, yet to this day I don't really know what went down, if she did report it, but it might not have gone like anywhere, because she told the police to not like make any inquiries, or if she didn't tell the police at all. But we were shit scared about this at this moment. I mean, we were so scared, because of course, if something is reported to the police and you basically made explosives, that is not a good thing. And the whole thing is kind of silly, because of course it was just baking soda and water, but the explosion was freaking huge. I mean, you wouldn't think she would like get her hand cut up and stuff like that, so we were fucking scared. But the entire point with this history, or with this story, is that of course this is not the worst thing that's happened in my life, but this is one of the things that I've been worried the most about, and mostly because I was a teenager and was lacking life experience. So The point of of all of this is, of course, that you might think your problems as a teenager are huge. Like, oh my god, the boy that you like doesn't like you back, or the girl that likes you doesn't like you back. Sure, that sucks, but life has a lot of other problems in store for you. But you probably won't think of them as such a big problems when you actually get them, because you're an adult and you don't have all these hormones floating around in your body and things like that, so you won't get stressed about it and stuff like that. Oh god, I miss those hormones. God damn it, 18-year-old Anders got laid so fucking much thanks to that. Oh my god, he was a good fucking liar. He got laid a lot. Fucking hate 18-year-old Anders. I wish I was 18 again. But anyways, I mean, you might think your problems are big and they're bad and stuff like that, and they probably are for you, but take comfort in that there's gonna be a lot bigger problems in your life. I mean, just speaking about like normal stuff that no one really cares about. I mean, I don't know if you as a teenager might agree with me here, and also like adults would probably say the same. Like, as a teenager, I would never be able to cope with like cleaning all my clothes myself, making all the dishes, making my own food, paying my own rent, all that kind of bad like stuff that's not really fun or like easy to do, you think, as a teenager, but you manage to do it anyways because you're a grown-up, and that's just what you do as a grown-up. And I don't know, did this video really have a point? Yeah, it did. I don't know if I conveyed the point good though, but the point is that trust me when I say your problems will not be as big later in life. And as usual, thanks for watching, have a wonderful day, bye bye. Yes indeed. Yes indeed. Get bent, bitches. Up the helicopter, jump down again, and he's still here, and I shoot. But for some reason, while